Case study report. Okay, students, we will now go through all the different templates or documents for case study report, and all these templates are found in Moodle. Okay, first, before you start, you have to choose the language that you're going to use for your case study. You can choose to write your case study report in English or Mandarin, regardless of the language you choose for the theory exam. Please choose the language early so that we can assign the reviewer for you. You must write all 5 reports in the same language. Choice cannot be changed after made. So if you choose English, you click English here and you click Save My Choice. Case study forum. After choosing your language, okay, if you have some question to pose, you can do it in this case study forum. You pose a question if you have anything about the case study, except for client recommendation, as client recommendation is usually personalized for the client, specific client. So we will not discuss any client recommendations here. So to get into the forum, you click here. And you fill up here. And you post to forum. There are 5 case studies which you have to submit. So for example, you are submitting the case study for client A. Case studies under case 1 submission in this platform. Okay, if you upload your case study of client A under this platform, under case study 1, please note, this platform will only be for client A. So similarly, if you upload client B under case study 2, this platform is only meant for case 2, which is for client B only. There are 2 submission deadlines. The initial submission deadline, which is found here, and the final submission deadline found here. So the 2 deadlines can be found in Moodle here. Students should submit your completed case studies for initial review. In case you did not submit all 5 cases, the reviewer will only review those you have submitted and will only give you some overall feedback. Now, based on the feedback, you are to amend for all the cases if applicable. You are required to submit the final copy before the final deadline or final marking. Requirement of case study. It is the student's responsibility to read the following requirement of case study, starting any activity or writing a case report. Any case study report submitted not meeting the requirement may be rejected by the academy or resulting in not able to get a pass grade. Now we will go through the preparation for case study submission. As we mentioned about the deadlines earlier, the deadlines for final submission is posted in Moodle. It is advisable to submit the draft 1 month before the final deadline to allow comments and marking. The student must make sure all final submission is made before the deadline, which will be sent for marking. For ITEC, a grade of either a passed or failed will be given. However, the school will also give a Best Case Study Award for deserving students. For first submission, students submit 5 cases 1 month before the final deadline. Case study mentor will comment within 2 weeks and notify you by email when she has completed her feedback to you. The student should amend accordingly and resubmit the final reports before the deadline. Deferment. We strongly discourage the student from deferring their case study assignment. If the student wishes to defer their case study, they must contact school admin to follow instruction, to write in a request with a valid reason. As a result, no certificate will be issued by ITEC, even student has passed the theory exam. The certificate will only be issued by ITEC after the case study is submitted, and this process is prolonged for such a special arrangement. The waiting time to certificate issuance can be more than 6 months. Please note that the latest final submission of deferred case study report should not be later than 6 months from the batch theory examination. Each student is only allowed to defer 1 time. Therefore, please plan to submit at least 1 month before allowing comments or marking. We will now go through the case study submission workflow. Step 1, student collect information about the client using questionnaires, physical assessment, food diary, interview through phone calls, Zoom, or face-to-face. Step 2, student will give a personalized dietary recommendation to the client based on health conditions and goals. For this, you can also refer to the video. Students should also refer to the study notes to give a holistic recommendation. Step 3, student will follow up the case once a week for 4 weeks. Final, step 4, student needs to write a full report according to the case study report format for each case according to the format given, and then submit in Moodle before the deadline. You can also refer to the video regarding the write-up of a case report. Documents to submit in Moodle. The student should submit the following documents by order for each case via Moodle. Client consultation form, completed physical assessment and 3-day food diary, completed case study report, case client to be signed on final submission, a signed case study guidance form to be attached in front of each case study report, and a signed student achievement record for each student in final submission only. The school has the right not to accept any incomplete submission. Thus, the teacher will not be able to proceed with review or marking. You should read the feedback posted by the reviewer and correct them carefully before final submission. You will receive a final grade with a pass, satisfactory, outstanding, or not pass, not satisfactory. You will see in Moodle. Templates for download. This folder here contains all the templates a student needs to submit each set of their case study. So you can click here to download all the different templates. Oh, click client consultation form, fiscal consultation form, case consult. I would say this is a client consultation form which you need to complete, fiscal assessment form, 3-day food diary. All these 3 forms or templates, you will use them for gathering information from your client. So after gathering all your information from 3 templates, you will now start on the case study report. And 4 weeks report. And finally, before you submit this report, you must have the date of assessment and date of follow-up when you finish date. Student signature as well as your client signature. So please take note, this is very important. Otherwise, your report will not be accepted. Okay, this is the case study report which you have to complete after you have gathered all the information from your client, the background information about his health, his diet, and so on in the earlier segments, so that you can provide dietary recommendation to your client as well as monitor your client's health. This is a case study guidance form. This will be the cover page for each case study, which means you will have 5 case study guidance forms, each for 1 case study. You have to fill up your name, your learner number. If you have not received the number, leave it blank till you received the number from the school. You have to fill in the date of your submission. And for this box, please leave it blank. Please take note again, fill in your name here again, your signature, and the date of submission. This is the achievement record form. You need only 1 of this form when you submit all the 5 case studies in the final submission. You need to fill up your name again, your learner number, and then leave this box blank, your signature, and the date of final submission. Final submission. Let's say if you have done an initial submission for client A case study under case study case 1 submission, then you have to continue doing this for the final submission of client A case report, final report in this same case study case 1 submission. ITAC student achievement record for final submission. Now, this is only one form to be submitted for final submission.